based around reducing plastic waste would be a catastrophe. It helps to unclog your drains and it helps to get rid of odours and eco-friendly products, so we're going to give it a try. I don't know my facts on essential oils. Hello guys, welcome back to another cleaning video today, but I thought we would do something just a little bit different. I thought we could have a little try of some more eco-friendly cleaning products and some kind of eco-friendly cleaning hacks, like some home remedies that could be a little bit more environmentally friendly. Now, I'm very conscious that in a lot of my videos I use quite, I don't know, what we're going to call them. Well, they're just not particularly products that aren't necessarily particularly great for you and your health as well as the environment. And I'm not sitting here saying that I am never going to use those again, because that's totally unrealistic. Of course I am. But I just thought I wanted to give a dedicated video to some more eco-friendly cleaning products, just so we can kind of give them their own space. We could test them out and see actually what is better. So if you're someone that's watching this that is very environmentally kind of aware and has changed a lot of things in their life already to be more environmentally friendly, then that is absolutely amazing. And I really hope that this video can maybe give you just a few other little products that you might want to add into your already well-established cleaning routine. But if you are also a little bit more like me and you are aware that you are potentially using quite toxic products on the regular and maybe just want to switch out one or two and take it step by step and make it a little bit more manageable, then hopefully this will help you as well, because I'm just keen to give them a go and see actually what is best in some cases. So what I have done is I've scooted around my house and picked up all the products that I want to use, which actually isn't that many because there's a lot of little home remedies that you can make, which obviously I'll be showing you. So a little collection of products goes quite a long way. And I put a little list together, of course, who doesn't love a list around here, of the things that I would like to clean. So I'm actually just wondering where we should start today. I think we're gonna head into the kitchen. So let's get into the kitchen and get this clean underway. Now, the product I wanted to start with today is actually to do with washing up. And I know there are a lot of sort of eco-friendly washing up liquids out there, so there are lots and lots of alternatives for you to try. But this one is a little gadget, and that sounds like a bit of me. So you might have seen this brand bopping around on Instagram. It's a brand that I have wanted to try for a long time, but it is called, oh, you picking that up? It's called Neat. And basically, the idea behind Neat is that you buy an empty bottle, which I know sounds counterproductive, and then you buy a concentrated solution separately. I have gone for the mango and fig foaming washing up spray. You basically pour this into your bottle, you top up the rest with water, and then it provides you with a washing up spray. I believe that Neat do a few different products. I believe they do like a surface cleaner and things like that, not just washing up sprays, which if I like this, I would be quite keen to try. The idea is that the disinfectant that you're using is plant-based, so therefore a little bit more eco-friendly, but also it is based around reducing plastic waste. It reduces single use because once you've bought the bottle, you just buy the refills and then you can keep replenishing them. And I have actually also seen, although this isn't that, Purdy and Fig, which is another sort of known brand within that kind of realm of eco-friendly, do the refills for these as well. So there are lots of different options. I picked this up in Waitrose. You can get like a little starter pack. You can just get the refills, just get the bottles. And I don't think it was that expensive. I want to say it was about £5, which yes, is maybe more expensive than you would normally buy a washing up product for, but knowing that I've now only got to buy the refills is a great start. So let's actually see if this is any good, because I've got a couple of I've got a couple of things in the sink that I would like to wash up, because actually I'd like to try something on the sink cleaning as well. So I'm just gonna tip the solution in there. What does that smell like? Oh, very sweet, smells like a summer fruit smoothie or something like that. And then it says to add 470 ml of water, but it does actually have, I think the light is shining, that's not very helpful, is it? There we go. It does actually have a little gauge on the back. So I'm just gonna top that up with water. Pop the lid back on and let's give it a go on these. Just got glass and a mug in the sink. I'm sure this is going to work really well. So let's just give this a little go. So this is all I got in here. It's not much, but it's a great one to try them on. Also, I am aware you can get washing up brushes that are plastic free, which are of course much better as well. I don't have one, I'm just going to be honest, I don't have one. We're just going to use my normal one. And then let's give this a go. Oh, no, that's so, I love a foaming spray. How satisfying is that? Okay, I'm definitely using too much product, but that's just super satisfying. I know this might sound a bit daft, but I don't really know how you gauge whether a washing up liquid is good at washing up because they looked, you know, they came out clean. But what I'm more excited about is this, it's the foaming constant spray. How satisfying is that? Oh gosh, I'm gonna get addicted to this. Okay, next up, I am going to clean the chopping board, and for this, I'm going to use lemon and salt. Now, chopping boards, you don't realise it, do you? But they can just get a bit stained. They are obviously an absolute breeding farm for germs and bacteria because they're on your worktops, you're touching them. You know, we don't need to explain why they're going to get germy. But what I have seen is to sprinkle some very coarse salt over... Oh, no, come on, open the salt first, Lou. This obviously is abrasive, so it kind of helps to draw out all the odours and the bacteria and things like that. Then I'm going to squeeze some lemon juice onto the chopping board. I have seen people also use, is it bicarb soda? So there's a couple of different things you can use with the lemons depending on obviously what you have. And then just using the open side of the lemon, I'm just going to rub this into the chopping board and basically just give everything a really good scrub. The idea of using lemons to clean, I mean, there are so many things you can use lemons with when you're cleaning, but they have a natural acidity which basically helps to dissolve the grease and grime, and also they are antibacterial and antiseptic, so obviously when we're using them on kitchen items such as this, it's an absolute no-brainer. So I'm just going to continue giving this a good old scrub. But oh, this smells amazing. It just smells super fresh. Obviously, it just smells like lemon, but I'm going to continue giving this a good scrub. And then it says just to leave it for 5 minutes whilst it just does its thing. Then give it a good rinse off and leave it to dry. So I have come in to the downstairs loo to have a chat with you about my bathroom taps. And I'm going to be using white vinegar. I love, love, love cleaning with white vinegar. One of the things I didn't used to like was the fact that it used to just smell. It used to leave your house like literally smelling like a chip shop, which was never that appealing. But this one from, oh, let me show you here. This one from Minimal comes with a lemon scent. Not an advert, not a sponsor. I just love this product because yeah, it still smells a little bit vinegary, but it takes the edge off and it just smells nice and fresh, which is always a win. But yeah, I love cleaning with white vinegar because again, it's an acidic product, so it helps break down a lot of grime and limescale. And if you haven't heard, we live in a hard water area. I mentioned it once or twice. So I'm going to tackle this tap. I don't know if you can fully see it, but that kind of yellowy tinge at the bottom, yeah, that shouldn't be there. That basically means that we have a limescale build-up. So let me put you back on the tripod and I'm going to show you what I'm going to do about that. So I have just got a little sandwich bag here, which I'm just going to open up and leave at the bottom of the sink. And then I'm going to pour a little bit of this white vinegar in here, which I'm effectively then going to wrap around the bottom of the tap. Now you don't need too much because you don't need to cover the whole amount of the tap. And I'll probably leave this on there for, I don't know, about 15 minutes, something like that. So all you need to do, that's my little bag of white vinegar. Now actually I should mention that obviously I am using a plastic bag, which is not the best idea. However, I have seen you can get little like, almost like balloon sleeves that you put on the end of the taps and they can kind of hold the white vinegar and you pop them on the ends. So anyway, you could do that, which would be a much better choice actually. But I'm effectively just going to slide this onto the end, and when you can see that the end is completely, squeezing it out, completely submerged. Oh, actually it might be easier to pop it in the corner. Yeah, much easier. Put all the liquid in one corner, guys. It's much, much easier. And then I'm just going to use a little hairband just to tie that on. And as I say, I'm going to leave that just to soak away and tackle the limescale for the next sort of 15 minutes, and then we'll be back. Right, we are going up on the worktop because next up I am going to tackle this extractor hood. They get so greasy, like out of nowhere. They'll be fine one day and then suddenly they're just super greasy. You can see mine's got finger marks all over it because obviously we often use these lights and the actual extractor buttons. So I am going to use white vinegar for this. It's great because obviously it cuts through the grease like we just mentioned, but it's kind of a two-in-one vibe because it doesn't leave any stainless steel smeary as well. It's really good to use on like glass surfaces. So if you don't have like a window cleaner, again, I just use white vinegar. Just like I did with the taps as well. I would use white vinegar sometimes just to clean the bathroom. Like I would just use it to wipe down my shower screen, my taps as normal, anything that could have any watermarks on it. So if you're looking just to buy maybe one eco-friendly cleaning product, I would say it's probably got to be white vinegar. I wouldn't say there's anything else that, actually that's a lie. Oh, I don't know. It's this or a steamer. Is a steamer a cleaning product? I don't know. Now, I'm going off on a tangent now, but obviously you guys know I love steaming, and it's a natural way to clean. It kills something like 99.9% of bacteria, and obviously you're using no chemicals, you're just using super hot water. So I suppose if you're wanting to do a completely eco-friendly bathroom clean, I would probably use a combination of white vinegar and steam cleaning, and you will be off and away. Apart from putting bleach down the toilet, I think it would be quite simple actually to do a completely eco-friendly bathroom clean. I don't know what I would use to kind of substitute an actual toilet cleaner, but other than that, white vinegar and steam cleaning. That was a massive tangent. We're going up here. But before I do, I'm just going to take out the little extractor filter. Now again, I only cleaned this maybe 3-4 weeks ago, but it doesn't look dirty at all, but it feels greasy to the touch. So what I'm going to do with that is I'm just going to pop it in the sink. Let me spin you guys around, pop it in the sink, and then again I'm just going to spritz it with some white vinegar, and I'm going to leave that to do its thing for about 10 minutes, or whilst I'm cleaning the extractor hood. Then I will come back and just, sorry, I know I'm using quite a bit, but it's greasy, we need to get this sorted. I'll leave it to, I'll rinse it in about 10 minutes, and then I will pop it outside to dry, and then I'll pop it back up in about an hour after that. Hello, right, I'm up here with my white vinegar and a cleaning cloth, so literally all I'm gonna do is just spritz away and give it a good wipe down. Again, if I don't have any white vinegar, which would be a catastrophe, I always like to have white vinegar in the house, I have steam cleaned this in the past as well, because again, steam cleaning does really just cut through grease. I hadn't actually planned to show you guys any steam cleaning today because I'm conscious that I have shown that quite a bit. But for anyone that hasn't seen it, I'll leave a video where I have done steam cleaning linked in the description box so you can get a bit more information on that. And I will use the steamer that I normally use down in the description box linked as well if you do want to have a little look at that too. They're not that expensive, but they're such a great investment. I use mine all the time. But there we go. We are smear-free and clean. Okay, now that I have done that clean, I am left with a cloth, which I would ordinarily just put to one side and put through the next cloth wash that I do. But what I'm actually gonna do right now is just rinse it out so it's got no like bits on it, if that makes sense. Leave it, wring it out a bit, but it's still damp. You know, I haven't wrung it out completely dry. There's definitely still some moisture in there. And then I'm just gonna pop it on a little plate and put this in the microwave for 1.5 minutes. Now I haven't actually tried this hack before, but apparently 1.5 minutes means that it is absolutely piping hot when it comes out, and you can just leave it to dry and it's steaming when it comes out. So everyone says do not touch it. This is your warning, guys. When it comes out the microwave, do not touch your cloth, you will burn yourself, apparently. So have some like tongs or something ready to go. But apparently that is such a good way to kill all bacteria off in your cloth. And if it takes 1.5 minutes in the microwave, then I feel like we should definitely give it a go. So the cloth is done and my microwave is looking very steamy. Yes, that is very hot, but I am just gonna leave that to actually hang over my taps for a few minutes just to get all the steam out, and then we can use it again and know that it is completely germ-free. So I am just gonna quickly clear my sink because I have a couple of things I want to share with you. Totally disbalanced the drainer, sorry. I have a couple of things I'd like to share with you when it comes to cleaning the sink. One is just to get a lovely shine on the sink, which I have used before and it does work really, really well. And another is for unclogging the drains. So I'm just going to clean these 2 little drains on the sink, and for that I'm going to use bicarb of soda and of course white vinegar. You guessed it, it's my fave. So I give a generous sprinkle to each plug hole, about that. Oh, that's stuck. And another one in there. And then you need quite a good glug of white vinegar. Now the reason I do this is it helps to unclog your drains and it helps to get rid of odours. So even if you don't think that your drains smell, maybe give it a little go, because it just, kitchen drains, you know, everything goes down them. So Also, more importantly, it gives you a really satisfying fizz. There's something about when your cleaning product fizzes up like that makes you feel like you have just really, really deep cleaned something. Can you guys probably see this? Look at the huge amount of fizz that tiny little bit of product, well, it wasn't tiny little bit, but that not massive amount of product was that I used. So I'm just gonna leave this to do its thing for the next few minutes. It will kind of fizz itself down the drain, and then I will pop some boiling water from the kettle down there afterwards. So whilst my sink drains are still fizzing away, so if you can hear that, sorry, but that's what the sort of fuzzing is, I am going to give my sink a good clean and shine. And for that, I'm going to use citric acid and a lemon. Now the idea with citric acid is, again, it's an eco-friendly product, so we're gonna give it a try, but it's really good at removing stains like soaked on, like water, what am I trying to say? Soap marks, like soap scum and lime scale and bits and bobs like that. So I am just going to sprinkle it over my sink. And then I'm going to squeeze the juice of the lemon. I've got another one just over there. And then I'm just going to work all of that into the sink, just like the chopping boards. I'm just going to give it all a good scrub. And another reason I love using lemons is obviously, yes, they smell amazing. So things smell super, super clean. But also, it sounds lazy, but you don't have to use a cloth because obviously your lemon is doing the work for you. So there you go. Saves on a cloth as well. That's a definite winner. There are, however, a couple of things that you definitely shouldn't use citric acid for. I know that when a lot of people talk about citric acid, Jesus, why is that such a tongue twister? Citric acid online, they do send it out with a warning, so I am going to do the same. In fact, I did look up what you shouldn't be doing with citric acid, so I'm going to read this off my phone. But do not use on porous surfaces such as stone or granite. It's also important to avoid using citric acid on your wooden flooring, furniture, or anything with a wax and seal. I think what we're basically saying is here, maybe don't use it on a natural surface is kind of what I've taken from that. You know, stainless steel, stick to your sinks. Your toilet's actually a great one for citric acid. I'll show you that next, but just stick to your non-natural surfaces, I would say. Excuse the sound of my kettle in the background, but look at the shine on that sink. That is from not using any other products, nothing to like get the shine, no stainless steel spray, no baby oil, nothing like that. That is literally just those two products I showed you and it's gleaming. But let's go into the toilet. I want to show you something for lime scale removal in the loo. Don't mind me just coming into the toilet with my kettle, but lime scale removal in the toilet. You know when you just get that slight kind of discoloration in the toilet, and it might not be that noticeable, but if you just keep on top of it, then it will be super, super easy to manage. So what are we using? Citric acid. So I'm just going to sprinkle this into the toilet. You don't need that much of it at all. That will do. And then I'm just going to pour the boiled water into the loo. And I'm going to leave it to do its thing. Now, although I know my kettle did not touch the toilet, didn't go anywhere near to it, it just feels a bit weird that my kettle's been that close to the toilet. So we're going to clean the kettle. It's not too lime scaly in there, but there's a little bit starting to build up because we do get it really bad here. So citric acid, again, is great. In fact, I think it even says it on the box. Yes, naturally removes lime scale and is an all-purpose cleaner. So, I mean, it's as clear as day. But just a tiny sprinkle, equivalent to about 2 tablespoons if you weren't being lazy. And then I'm just going to top it up with some water. Not much. Oh, there's nothing in there. Okay, a little bit more than that. Probably about, I don't know, 200 ml of water. And then I'm just going to put it on to boil. And then once that has cooled, once the contents of in there has cooled, so I won't film it because it will take a little while to cool down, about half an hour into it. I will just use the contents of the citric acid and the hot water to then wipe down the outsides and just give that all a bit of a clean as well. I have just refilled my Brita, so please excuse the kind of dripping sound we've got going on in the background there. Oh, is it going to focus? Doesn't like it when I film in the light. Why have I still not learnt? Okay, I thought I could just show you a little home remedy for just a general all-purpose cleaning spray, because obviously I know a lot of things I've shown you are not practical to use every day because you've got to get it all out, and you know, we're not all de-lime scaling our toilet every day. But something that we probably are all doing every day is just wiping down our kitchen surfaces and doing those kind of little maintenance cleans that we always talk about. So I have a few of these little bottles. They're just everything I've mentioned, by the way. I'll stop saying it, but everything I've mentioned, I will, if I can find it or find something similar, I'll leave a link down below so you guys can shop it as well. But I have lots of these little bottles around the house, which are great because I normally use them, admittedly, for the kind of concentrated disinfectants that I use. That is what I'm kind of saying we're not going to be using in this video. Oh, I haven't actually got any in here. That's unusual. But you've probably seen me use them a lot before. The Zaflora's, oh, hello Canon. The Zaflora's or the Astonish concentrated disinfectant. I normally put those in here. But we're doing a more eco-friendly home remedy today. So what I like to use is 1 part white vinegar, again, 2 parts water, and then some essential oils. So I'm not going to make up a huge amount just because I don't need a huge amount. So 1 part white vinegar, and then I will do 2 parts water. And then I just top it up with some essential oils. Now, obviously you can use any essential oils that take your fancy. For me, I love eucalyptus. I just think it smells great. So I have a lot of eucalyptus oils around the house. This is 100% pure, so therefore it's good for you. I don't know. I don't know my facts on essential oils, so I'm just winging it here, but I know it's not a bad thing. And you can put as many drops of this as you like, whatever it is to your kind of smell and taste. Oh, I think that's enough. I probably did too many there. I think that was about 6, 7 or 8 maybe. But I'm just gonna pop the lid back on there, give it a good little shake, and then there we have it. Oh, very fresh, smells like eucalyptus, of course, and that is what you can use when I find my cloth. My freshly disinfected cloth from the microwave to wipe down your kitchen surfaces. It's probably actually also a lot more of a cost-effective way because I know that some of the surface cleaners can be super expensive, so this seems like a lot more cost-effective, and of course you're not filling your home with really harmful chemicals all the time. And there we have it. Those are my favourite little non-toxic, eco-friendly cleaning hacks and products. So hopefully you guys found that a little bit helpful or a little bit interesting as well. Whoops. Oh gosh. This is why I should bring my tripod and not try and balance you on a candle. Okay, I'm gonna move, it's probably easier. The only thing I didn't include in that video, as I mentioned, was steam cleaning, which I will leave a steam cleaning video linked down below if you're interested in seeing that. I've got to be honest, the reason I'm not doing that is because I was going to steam clean my bathroom to show you guys, which I've done so many times before, I know. But in order to steam clean my garden, I'm looking in my garden. Come on, Lou, concentrate. In order to steam clean my bathroom, I need an extension cable because obviously I don't have a plug socket in my bathroom. The extension cable is in the shed. Connor is in the office, as in not the office in our garden today. He's gone into work. So he's not there to go through the shed. And I don't like the shed. I really don't like it. I don't know where things are. It's got spiders in it. It smells a bit funky. It's just not a place that I particularly enjoy. So that's the reason why you haven't had a steam cleaning section in this video. So apart from steam cleaning, those are my favorite little eco-friendly cleaning hacks. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed that, and hopefully you'll be able to take a couple of things away from this video and maybe give them a little go as well. But let me know if you've enjoyed this kind of video. Let me know if there are any hacks that you would like me to try that you've seen or you know and have tried and love and want to recommend. I am always open to suggestions, but I'm going to leave it here. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.